How you feel, buddy? I still hear you're coughing.
I mean, I'm doing all right. Still have a lingering cough that comes and goes, but
Yeah,
mostly just sinuses. So
that's what mine's been so far.
yeah, I mean, I was sick for a while. Oh, I fell. Whoops. Okay. I was sick for a while, but I'm doing better now. I'm doing better. So get our paintings on here. Okay, so now we've got our structure built. I'm gonna put off my TV here, off my other monitor. I changed to this game so I can actually play it. There we go. There we go. Here we are.
Oh, so I finally managed to do quite a bit of work.
Brewing stand, nice.
Like,
Quite a bit of work.
To get my greenhouse built.
Nice. Hold on. Let's see what we got going on. What's going on here? I know we finished the house.
I took down the old warehouse, and I actually made a monstrosity of a building.
A monstrosity.
Also, I'm Commander Sheriff.
Commander, oh
welcome
god.
Welcome to the Normandy. I want to send you in first to fight the Reapers. Oh, that's a dragon egg, but I don't know how you hatch it. I keep hitting it, and it doesn't want to come out. Okay, legit, come out. Wow, never mind. It ran away. He's a joke.
Your egg ran away?
Meet the monstrosity of the building.
What the?
And I call my warehouse.
What is here? What is this thing? Is black.
That's the dragon egg.
That's the dragon egg?
Yes.
You hit it, it just goes. Oh, it moves around. Okay.
Yes.
The what?
Where'd it go? I don't know if I can hatch it. Oh yeah, here's my monstrosity of
never done anything like that.
So I was gonna have you do this. Oh, that was the last time we played.
Yeah.
I actually got a request.
What?
So right here in this chest that I'm standing in front of, there's a lot of copper.
I see that.
And I spent a lot of hours gathering all the material of all this. Can you make something out of that? I don't care if it's a crappy rusted building. I want something rusted.
The only thing that you can really do with it is just use them as blocks to build something. That's about it. I mean, there's not much else.
In the wild as well.
Aside from like, if you have the ingots, the ingots you can use to make a spyglass, but you need I think it was amethyst.
Yeah.
To make the spyglass. So
I don't even think I found any amethyst. If I did. Oh, I found amethyst block.
Like that's the thing is, as much copper as they give you, you think they'd actually do something more with it?
The blocks are right here.
What? Hold on. My inventory's full. Hold on one second.
Oh, okay.
Tropical fish.
Just take the one chest back here, and I can throw them, and I can throw it into
you. There you go. There we go.
What the?
Look, I had eggs I was using when we were in creative mode. I had to get rid of them to free up inventory space. That's what we did.
So I've actually learned something.
Uh-huh.
Alright, it actually made up tropical fish.
So, anyway.
So,
it's useless.
So real quick, before I get on to my Batman rant.
Useless. Drop it.
Right here is, I actually was just mining in the here in the overworld, and I actually found this. Yep. It was just like that.
Yeah, it's raw. It's basically a block of raw copper.
I know. Here's the amethyst blocks.
Oh, good amethyst. Okay, good. So like so.
I don't know if those will work the same as normal amethyst, but I do got some normal. I think I got some normal cobblestone.
We have a crafting table. Let me see if I
deep slated cobble. I can.
Hold on.
Hang on. I'm just going to turn creative mode on just for a quick second, and I'm going to grab me a quick stone pick. And stone pick and creative. It is gone.
Let me see here.
Oh yeah, this big open area, you see, do not mess with this. This is where I break materials down. Where I break down all the coal, the iron, everything like that. Just don't mess with it.
So mess with it, you said. Okay, got it. Messing away.
You mess with it, you die.
Um. I mean, there's not a whole lot.
That doesn't make any sense that they would make Harper as big as much as they make it, and there's no use for it. It makes no sense to me.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to change the block back to regular amethyst. So I think
that's why I made it creative. That's why I think I know where there might be some amethyst, but I'm gonna have to go on a bit of a haste. So I'm gonna grab some materials. Let me grab some armor. I'm also gonna grab just some extra stuff.
What we can do, because you really can't do anything with like an amethyst block other than just place it. So there's really no point to having it. You could, like, I can't even make stairs with it, from my understanding. But do you have a block cutter? Let me see. If you have a stone cutter, we might be able to try.
You know what? Hang on, let me be right back. There's a village right over the other side. Oh. Yikes.
Never mind the fact that you could actually make a stone cutter, but you know, hey, we'll steal one from the village. Why not? They're not using it.
I mean, think about it. When do I ever make anything in this game? I always steal it.
I mean, I make stuff in Minecraft. I try to steal if possible. Unless I find a village, then I'll raid it. I mean,
exactly. That's why I'm saying.
To be fair,
when you can just go to the village and raid.
To be fair,
gentlemen here.
The villagers aren't using it.
So, there's one thing I'm not going to be too happy about, and it's the fact that these morons came out and said that in like the second year of Batman's Defense of Gotham, when the supervillains started coming in, and they said like Riddler was the first, I'm like, no, it's always been Joker. And yet, but they're also saying that this time Riddler is different.
Different?
And well, the reason, and the whole reason he's different is because he's based off an actual real serial killer that we've had to endure as in real time, which was they're basing it off the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of, I can kind of see it, because the Zodiac Killer basically was making, killing people based on stuff, so it's like,
no stone cut here, by the way.
That's fine, don't worry, but we can make one.
Yeah, they said that they're basing him off that, and I'm like, Riddler has never been that. He's always just been more narcissistic. He's always been more egomaniac. He's not been some killer. I'm like, so.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do with these blocks other than just
place them to make them look pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna come back and collect some more stuff, and I'll go and try to find you some amethyst. What do you need, shards?
Oh, I didn't want that. I want this.
I mean, if they want to say, if they want to try to make a good Riddler, good for them, because like the only good Riddler that I personally enjoyed in the DC universe was the Riddler in Gotham. That was probably my only time I actually enjoyed the Riddler. I liked him in a way. Was when he was on when he worked for the GCPD.
So I guess we did that.
Have you ever watched Gotham?
Oh no, I've not watched it yet.
Oh, it is good. I mean, for me, I enjoyed like the first season, but I kind of took off and on hits of it just due to like the overall amount of like drama and stuff. But like once you sit down and learn with the characters, it's actually really good. Like when you watch Gordon, like when you see a young Gordon come into this, is actually really awesome. Because like, you know how Gordon's always been like, he's been like the main guy who can like, even as he's like Batman in a way, like he could never be corrupted. Like, you know how he's always been that portrayed. You see a
Yeah.
whole different side of Gordon this time. And his partner is probably one of the awesome partner I've ever seen with a cop show.
Really?
Because like at first he doesn't want to take the Wayne case, and he keeps telling Jim to like pass it off. This is way too above our pay grade. And he's like, I'm trying to look out for your neck, buddy, because like this town will eat you alive if you take this case. And he looks at me and says, well, buddy, we got targets on our backs now. And he goes, God, I hate you.
I'll check. I might check it out. I don't know.
It's pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't finish it, by the way. But at the very end of the last season, guess who finally emerges at the end of the show?
Who's that?
Batman.
Like how old is he?
Keep in mind that Bruce is 8 years old when this show starts.
So it goes all the way through when he grows up old enough to actually become Batman?
But the weirdest thing about it is, like, you don't see him age at all. You literally see him as an 8-year-old. Like, he goes to the Wayne board of directors and he tells them that he will investigate them at 8 years old. It does not. I never followed the show real well. I got to like when Joker and them come to the show, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you thought and I'm telling you right now, the Joker from Suicide Squad in 2016, when Guardians of the Galaxy first came out, whenever that version of the Suicide Squad came out, that Joker and this Joker I do not like. They are horrible designs. Horrible
Suicide
looks.
Squad Joker was a choice. Let me tell you. Like the Jared Leto version.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't think of his name. I almost said Jay Leno.
I mean, it was so. I don't know like how well he acted the Joker part, but he definitely.
Trash. I'm telling you right now, it was trash.
Like it was definitely
I watched some of his clips on
choice.
YouTube, and I physically gagged. That's how bad it was. Like his laugh did not even make sense. It was almost like a petty laugh. Like it was almost like they forced him to laugh. It wasn't like the real Joker that brings it out, like Mark Hamill, Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson. When you heard those laughs, you knew fear. When this guy laughed, it was almost like they was begging him to laugh. There was not a hint of Joker in this dude.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So like Heath Ledger, like he played a Joker well. In fact.
Oh God!
Some people.
He dropped fire next. In fact, he was actually so good that Mark Hamill was at a comic. It was like one of the Comic-Con events or something like that.
Yeah.
And someone asked it's this person, and I had to find the video because it was actually so weird. Like you know how Mark Hamill sounds as Joker, right?
Oh yeah.
So get that
who
doesn't
know how he sounds as Joker? Like that is just
no.
like,
This is where it gets weirder. Now get Heath Ledger's Joker in your head. This guy asked him if he would quote Heath Ledger's "Why so serious?" And Heath Ledger but Mark Hamill, he does it. But he does it in such the weirdest, creepiest way. He combines his Joker with Heath Ledger's and makes a new Joker. It says that line.
I believe that because
he says it literally sent chills down everyone's spine. It was weird. Also, thanks for reminding me about Book of Boba Fett.
I didn't, but okay.
Yeah, you did actually.
When did I remind you?
Boba Fett, and you said not to talk about it because you had finished.
Yeah, I still have yet to watch it.
Actually, right after we did that, right after we did that session,
I had to stop
like
coughing.
the next night, I actually was like, I'm not gaming. I gotta catch up on the show. I was hooked on the show. I started and I couldn't stop. I had to binge all 4 episodes.
Oh, jeez.
But the whole show's done now, so all the episodes are up. I just want to give like I actually like the show and stuff, and I
Holy
cannot
crap.
wait for the next one. So thanks for reminding me that it actually existed. I legitimately forgot.
I mean, yeah, it does. It exists. It's there.
Yeah, I just forget because I'm just like I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm just gonna stay on YouTube. Like 99% of the time, if I want to watch, like if I'm eating dinner, I'm watching something on YouTube.
Killing some trader llamas. There we go. No trader, just the llamas.
I don't know how many traders or trader llamas. I'm not gonna finish that.
This pit is beautiful. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, they wanted to. They're trying to do Riddler with like a. They're trying to do him like the Zodiac killer in a way.
That's kind of a weird choice, but I guess I mean that's what they want to do.
It actually, in the weirdest way, also doesn't make sense because like Zodiac killer never put himself out in public view. Have you seen the funeral clip from the new Batman movie?
No.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I would, if you want to judge this movie, this 2-minute clip will tell you how weird it is going to be. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now. This guy has emo gothic vibes to the point it's not even funny. So at this, you want me just to tell you what happens in this clip, or you want to watch the movie?
I mean, you can explain the clip. I don't mind that. It's just
Okay,
I don't know if I'm really like excited for it.
Basically, what you're going to see is a 1-to-1 replica of Bruce's trauma. He walks into a funeral, and there's like some new DA or someone like that that's talking to him about an empathy that his parents did when he doesn't do nothing but really in the city of Gotham. Nobody knows, but he's doing a whole lot more than just spreading awareness and money and being a public figure. He's actually fighting the crime. Well, he looks up and he sees this, and get this, an 8-year-old boy who just lost his family. Now, why doesn't that sound a bit? And the next thing you know, out of nowhere, Bruce is like, he suddenly, before anyone else, he hears some type of commotion. He goes, "What's that?" And then after that, next thing you know, a cop looks at him and waves to him. And then after that, you just hear this engine keep speeding up to the point that Bruce suddenly pieces together that there's someone speeding, but they're losing control. And he runs and grabs this little boy. And, actually, I'm jumping ahead. So one of the cops tells their chief that one of their own has been missing. Bruce overhears. Same cop waves to him. And then that's when and then right after that, Bruce grabs the boy and just gets him out of the way just in the nick of time. Every cop in the building swarms the car, telling the person to get out. Person gets out, it's the missing cop. Well, he's also got a bomb trapped to his vest, and then Bruce happens to look up in the balcony, and there's Riddler. And next thing you know, as soon as someone claims that he's got a bomb, phone starts ringing, so they thought, boom, there's detonation. And everyone is panicking, but you see Bruce just walk up to this guy, reading and it says on the chest it says for Batman.
Good.
They have it, and that's the clip. You watch that video.
Did you just like basically describe the entire trailer more than instead of just the funeral scene? I mean,
no, that's the whole scene. Now they did actually do a weird choice for Alfred this time.
What? Who's Alfred?
Okay.
Hi, Gameplay. How you doing? Welcome.
So, did you ever watch Black Panther the movie?
No, I've seen like
okay,
clips
I
from
want to
it.
Google this.
I know generally what it's about. I just have not
I
watched
just
it yet.
need to
I
remember
want
a
to.
character, but I cannot say his name for the life of me. I just know a character he played, so this will actually help me out a lot. Black Panther.
What character?
I have to look at it. I have to look at the cast.
At the cast. What
Yeah.
cast?
And you're gonna have to say this last name. Andy Serkis. That's who plays Alfred in the new Batman movie.
I had to look that up. I have no idea who that is.
He's all if you watch. He's
I
also
have
the
no
guy who
idea.
plays Ursula's Claude in the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, again, I have not seen the movie yet. I don't know what he looks like.
You
So.
know, man, I watched that movie the year it dropped. It was dope.
I've just been so busy. I was like, I want to watch more movies now. I mean, the fact that I'm like right now like unemployed, so I'm putting in applications to a bunch of places to try to find any kind of work, really.
Yeah.
But
You could just go full. You could just
But
go
it's
full
like-
time YouTuber.
are you kidding me? You seriously have to have like funding for that, honestly, in order to make that work. That is like a very rare career.
Stone and start to grind.
Like I would love that. That'd be kind of cool. At the same
Yeah.
time, it's like
It'd just be us just doing a podcast. Just us like start a podcast.
let's back up.
God. I'd be
Too
scared
high.
to do my own voice on a podcast.
Ooh, lapis. There we go. Lapis found some and some coal, so fantastic. Mine this real quick.
Yeah, I know you're looking at my rare chest.
No, I'm in
Lapis, got
I'm in the
rest of
hole.
The diamonds.
I'm in the hole nearby. I'm in.
I'm in the hole.
Are you thinking of that video about like the guy and like the girl comes over and it's like I think his name is like Tom and like there's this hole in his floor
I think so.
and she she's like what is that? That's the hole.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what you're talking about. You might have to send it to me.
Oh, okay, you need to watch it. It's
Discord it to me.
like seriously, it's on like TikTok. It's on YouTube. It is funny
God.
because
Oh my God. Don't get me started on TikTok. I go down a rabbit hole on TikTok, man.
Oh,
I go down some rabbit
everyone
holes.
goes down rabbit hole with TikTok. Basically, like the whole thing is this girl comes over to this guy's house. His name is Tom, and there's this hole in his floor.
Oh yes. I know where you're going with now.
And then she's like, it's like, what is that? That's the hole. It's like, it's like, where did it come from? It's like, I woke up this morning, and there was a hole. It's like,
Oh God.
it's like, what are you gonna? She's like, what are you gonna do about it? It's like, well, I tried putting a rug over it, and she's like, what happened? Fell in the hole.
Oh,
And then she's like, how deep is that thing? And she takes his mug and like drops it in, and he's like, that's. The entire time he is completely deadpan about this thing, and that's what makes it so funny. Like no reaction, just like, oh yeah, it's a hole, and like just no. Well, she's freaking out about this hole, this mysterious hole that seemed to be almost bottomless, and then so then he's she drops his mug in the hole, and he's like, that was my favorite mug. Now it's in the hole. And then it's like, shouldn't we call someone? And it's like, I called the police. And she's like, where are they? In the hole. Then he asks where the guy's, I'm assuming his girlfriend is, and he's quiet. And she's like, Tom, and he's like, she's at work. And then she's like, oh okay. Where does she work? In the hole. And then it's. And then she turns her head, and he like kind of walks away, and he's like, Tom, thinking he fell in the hole, and it's like just, and then he comes back, and it's like, oh, and then like this like zombie like thing like starts like reaching like its arm out, and he's like starts shooting it, and and she's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Whole people." And just like it's just a normal thing. It's whole people. Like, it's just a thing you have. People in a hole.
I don't know why this is a TikTok.
Oh, this is like it's a. You can find pieces of it on TikTok, but I think it's a YouTube video.
You gotta Discord that thing, dude.
And then.
You have to send me the link.
And then she's like, oh, like, aren't you worried about this? And then he's like, I'm more concerned about the space octopus. And she's like, space octopus, and all of a sudden you see like this like space octopus, and this giant tentacle comes out and like grabs her and pulls her away. And that's how the video ends.
I have to watch this. You have to send me that video.
It's
oh God.
the deadpan delivered makes it hilarious. I can't believe you haven't seen this. Like it's been fairly popular. Like honestly.
I don't get this stuff. I don't follow the trend of the people.
I don't
never
follow the trends of the people. You're funny, Cody. No, seriously. Seriously though, it's hilarious.
I had to watch that one. That sounds just funny.
Like it's legit funny. It's pretty good.
Alright, I'll tell you right now, last night I had the weirdest sleep. I had like this weird feeling of dread. Just like, I was like,
weird feeling of dread? What? Oh,
and so I was just like, you know what? I was like, if something's weird, I'm gonna make it real good. So I flipped on YouTube, I flipped on the weirdest playlist. I got this weirdest videos. He immediately went, bye-bye. I was like, oh yeah. You don't come here. I'm the weird one here. Oh God, that sounds funny. I cannot wait to physically watch this video.
Oh, it's great. It is wonderful. I should drop that in the house. Oh well. That back there. There we go.
So when you said TikTok, have you seen the Baby Yoda toy that acts like a real person?
I have not.
So there's this Baby Yoda, and there's that random spigots of it. You'll see one like it'll try to get to a cookie, and a parent or someone like slap its hand and tell like no. There'll be another one. It's like you'll see it like jam out to music. There's one like this weird ABC raw heavy metal rock song. And I just saw one that said the join on live, and next thing you know, it shows Baby Yoda, and you just hear, and then next thing you know, you hear, that is ACDC Back in Black, and he's just jamming out to it. And I'm like, yes. I was sitting here thinking, I'm so glad I'm so glad there's nobody around. I'm like, if this was me as a YouTuber, this would be the content I'd make. Just the most randomest stuff. Like, okay, that Markiplier on his channel, he has a video 8 seconds long, and it's called How to Smash a Bottle on Your Head. And it's called How to Smash a Bottle.
I mean... I
guess
guess he did an instruction video on how to smash a bottle. I mean, what do you...
8 seconds.
In case you don't know.
I swear, I can recreate this video in a perfect thinker. Hi!
I mean, that seems perfect.
I'm Markiplier. I'm gonna teach you how to smash a bottle against your foot. Step one, hit your ball. Step two.
Wow, that came through as complete garbage on my end. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that was just
video perfect.
Alright. That was just so bizarre.
Now. I'm blinded to the pad. When I go to about 11, then I said you had to start late.
No, 10's good, because Steph has to get up early. So
okay.
I don't want to be up too late.
I'm gonna find that video right now, and I gotta send it to you.
Ooh, more coal. I want the coal. Give me the coal, please.
Oh, when you get out the cave, just put it in the chest that has with the sign that says the supply run.
Nope, too low. Come on. Right there.
Copy link. Discord.
Oh. And so, there's a lot of copper. They so need to get on the game and do something more with copper. Like honestly, why don't they do more with copper? Minecraft, Microsoft, get on this. Come on, your player base wants this.
Kind of in the middle of buying Activision Blizzard.
They're not in the middle of it. It's already been done. It's not. They're not in the middle of it.
It don't get finalized the next year. Hey, Amethyst. So what exactly do we need here? The shards?
Oh, it doesn't like actually become official. But I mean, the paperwork's already been done. They got departments to work on that. They have a whole separate department to work on development of games in Minecraft. They've got plenty of resources to do that. What was that?
How many shards do you need? I got 8.
Whatever you can get. Just get as many as you can.
Okay, I just collect all the shards I can.
Yeah, just get all you can. That's fine. Ooh, cool.
That was a dud. That's 12. That was a dud. And I got 12.
Okay. More lighting, please, and thank you. Boop. There we go. Disconnected. Cody, what's going on? Got disconnected. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost Cody. We lost Cody, I think that's explained since this game is on his PlayStation. The game is on his PS4. We lost Cody. We'll have to see if we can get him back at some point. But hopefully everyone is doing well. I know I haven't been on doing videos for a while, and I apologize. I have been sick and going through a lot, trying to find work. Currently unemployed. So yeah, looking for jobs. All kinds of fun stuff right now. Also got a new game that I did a first look at, so if you have a chance, be sure to check that out. And it was called Infernax. So yeah, we lost Cody. Cody's down, everybody. All right, for now I'm gonna join my realm for. I don't remember. I have a realm, you dummies. What the heck? How am I not? I don't know. What's going on? There we go. So while we wait for Cody, I'm gonna go back to my realm that I am working on. And when we get Cody back, we'll work on it then. We'll come back to it. Gotta adjust these headphones or find one that's not so tight on my head. Cause, hold on. Is it about even? A little bit more. So I kind of show what I've been doing on the realm here. I've got my floating platforms. Here we go. Floating platforms here. All kinds of good stuff. So you gotta basically platform your way up here, or there's an option of a water elevator if you want to go that route. So down there, you got water that goes down there. It leads into this right here, water elevator. Kind of cool. And my tower up here alternates with granite and diorite, finishing off with I think it's deep slate tile, I think, or is it polished deep slate? I'll have to go up there and find out. Here we go. Got all my paintings that we made with stick and wool. Deep slate tile we did, and also tinted red glass for windows. There, glass panes, tinted red for windows. A nice ominous kind of looking upper layer. I like it. For my tower. To what looks like a potential final boss room. Oh yeah, I should probably put torches on these to light this area up. So hold on. That bop and bop. I think you could actually jump down from here. I mean, you could potentially also hit the lava, the trash lava right there. That's my trash bin. So you can throw stuff in there and it gets destroyed. I love it. So I can get rid of all those blocks of stupid gravel because nobody likes gravel in this game. Oh, do I have more of those? I do. Hold on. So what I need to do, I need to put more cobblestone wall there. So put a thing right there and a thing right there.
Wi-Fi cut out.
Yeah, I figured it probably did. I'm actually in my realm right now, just kind of showing this off a little bit. So
So I'm going to have to restart the whole PlayStation. Just give me like a quick second.
that's fine. I'm just kind of playing around right now in my realm.
So I'm actually kind of glad Sony's upping protection on PS4s because I might actually trade over Reliable in here soon. Because I did talk to a buddy of mine last time I was at GameStop. He said the older your PlayStation gets, the harder that tech gets. He said it might be a good idea to actually get a new one. Because there's some games I can play, and this sounds like a stinging jet engine.
I mean, that's the way it is, basically. You can... There's upgrades you can do to it to make it not sound so crazy.
Really? What could I do? So, there is another thing I need to do.
I should probably
So
do
when
like a diving
if I
thing
get a
here.
PS5, how do I transfer like all of my PlayStation account all over to it?
You don't have to transfer anything. Like anything you basically have on PS5 or PS4, like as far as your account,
Yeah.
you basically just sign in. Like it signs into the same PlayStation network. Like it's not any different.
Okay, good, because like I was gonna say, I got a lot of money in these games, and I really I got like legit.
No, so the only thing is some of the what is it? The like the PS Plus games may not work because some of them are only like there's some that are might be only for PS4 and some that are only though they might work, and I think it's some of the PS5 ones that aren't available for PS4. I'm not entirely sure if it will still have all the games, but it should, question mark. So don't quote me on this. Cody, you there? Did we lose Cody again? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a bad day for Cody and his internet. Rip Cody's internet, everyone. Can we get a moment of silence? There we go.
Uh-oh. Stupid thing muted.
Oh, you made it. Okay. Thought it was your internet again. I'm like,
I didn't realize what it done. I said, we disable voice activity detected to improve phone performance.
we're having a moment of silence for your internet there. So.
Thank you, because that's the trashiest thing I've seen. I'm on headset, thank you very much.
Emo, what you doing, baby girl? Yzma's like climbing on my desk here, like, Yzma, nothing back there. I know you want treats. I know you're hoping for treats.
Excuse me.
You get treats later, baby. Don't worry. Yzma's Yzma's getting up there in age, and 18 already. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna put a diving platform on here. Let me know when you're back up, Cody, and I'll rejoin.
I'm in the Mojang Studios right now.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
Alright.
But like I've actually thought about it because like I've had this PS Pro since I was in since my college days, and I've fit this thing through the ringer.
Oh, you have the PS4 Pro? Nice.
Yeah. I had my first PS4, which my dad got me, was the oh, that's what new happened. All right, jumping in my world. All right, I'm getting ready to jump in.
Okay.
It was the
almost done.
which my first PS4 that I had my dad got me. It was the Star Wars Battlefront 1 bundle.
Ooh, nice.
It only had 500 gigs. And let me tell you, that thing could not hold half the. It couldn't even hold a theme of a background. That's how bad the storage was. So I was over GameStop one day and I talked to my buddy. I was like, man, I need a better storage plan on this thing. He goes, and he looked at me and he said, well, we could get you a Pro. And I was like, what's the storage plan? He goes, it's got about 1 to 2 terabytes. I was like, how much? As soon as he said that, I was down, and I've not looked back. I love this thing.
Oh, terabyte's nice. My PC has a secondary hard drive that's a terabyte, and I have like so many games on there, and I've yet to really fill the whole thing up. It's beautiful.
If you ever decide to get a PS4 Pro, you'll never look back on the storage.
All right, so
storage is like nothing.
All right, we're going to save and quit and see if I can join Cody's game again. If anything though, I'm not going to upgrade like to a different PS4. I'll probably get like a PS5 because there'd be no point.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as soon as I get it. Like I had a chance to grab one like right after they launched 2 years ago, but it was just. Did I ever tell you that story?
No, but here, before you get into a story, Cody, when you get into a story, like I don't have a chance to say anything at all because you're just going. So let me say something first before you get into your story, and then I'll let you go.
It's a short story. So, it's not special.
Unable to connect. Hold on, let me try it again.
Really?
Let me try. I'll see if I can connect to your world.
Okay.
I mean, my connection's strong. I don't have any issues. The stream has not dropped any frames, and I'm streaming at 1080, so.
Ooh. 1080, that's still not the normal quality of a stream. 4K is where it's at.
Okay, to be fair, even if you're streaming at 4K, on YouTube, on the size screen of YouTube, it's not that going to be big of a difference. Even on Twitch, like streaming in 4K, you don't need to.
I see a video that says like in 4K, and it says 4K next to it. I actually do see the quality in it.
I mean, you'll see it as quality, but the problem is your phone. And so you're watching on your phone. Your phone's not going to show you 4K.
I'm watching on my PlayStation, not my phone.
Yeah, if you're watching your phone, unless you're watching on a PC and on a TV that actually displays 4K, you're not going to see anything. And that's just it. Is you don't have to have 4K to see a difference. You honestly don't.
Which my TV, it can go. My TV's highest standard, I think my TV standard is like 4 or it's like I think it is 4 or 8K. Which. Yes, my TV has graphics setting is 4K because Marvel Avengers is 4K. Because when I first played it, I thought, man, this is weird at how realistic this looks. The next thing you know, nice. It's just like I go like, what's my performance in graphics? I could look at it and it said 4K. I was like, oh, no wonder it looks like a movie.
Well, even say if you're doing like a capture card, and also like even if you're streaming like direct, because you can stream direct from the PS5 too. So streaming direct from PS4, you're streaming in 720, unless it might be able to do like 1080 if it's the PS4 Pro, but like the regular PS4, I have no idea honestly because I have a regular PS4. I don't have the Pro, so I have no idea. But at the very least, you might be able to do 1080 if it's the Pro. I don't know if the 5 can even stream in 4K. So say if you're streaming from the 5, you might not even be able to do 4K. So you might still only be able to do like 1080, which 1080 is fine, honestly. Like the only thing you might notice with a 4K is you might notice like it seems like a slightly cleaner picture. So you'll see some difference, but it's like you're not going to see a lot of difference, honestly. And I have capture cards that have like 4K pass through. So if I had a TV that had 4K, actually, okay, so one may or may not be 4K, actual 4K pass through. One definitely is 4K pass through. And it's one I'll recommend to anyone over the Elgato, 100%. Cody, are you still there? Cody! Cody! Sorry.
Thing muted again, muted itself again.
Boy, I
I'm
should.
gonna have to jump into Discord one day to where I can just walk around these stinking settings.
Oh, Discord muted you? Or you? No.
Yeah, Discord muted me.
Something about your Discord does not like to talk. I don't know. But yeah, my one capture card is definitely 4K pass through, and if anyone like is looking for a capture card and is thinking of Elgato, I'd be like, no, get this instead, because it's
like lagged a lot.
Okay, if you get the regular the Elgato, I think the HT60, the regular HT60 or HT60S, I think it is. So the HT60S is I think has like the regular has like that real bad lag to it, whereas I think it's like the S Plus doesn't. But in either case, this capture card, one, it has 4K pass through, which the more expensive Elgatos will have, but this one like just has it automatically, which is fantastic. And the other thing is Elgato won't capture PS3. Like no matter what you do, unless you like put it through like a splitter, and even then it's kind of iffy. Whereas this capture card, without a problem, the only thing I had to do was I had to change like the settings, the sound settings in my PS4, so it wasn't like such a high quality sound. Basically, like I had to turn off the Dolby Digital sound.
Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, it's like I was playing Assassin's Creed and capturing it no problem. Like Assassin's Creed 3 on PS3.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's also coming to the Switch. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection comes to the Switch.
Oh,
as
I
well.
heard about that too.
I don't support it. Ubisoft. You heard about what Ubisoft said about gamers, right?
I did not hear about this, and
They basically called every gamer and their entire customer base stupid.
Like that makes them stupid for doing so. Like, why would you do that?
The thing about it is they're trying to push NFTs. They're calling it quartz. And one of their head guys literally came out and said that this benefits the people. Like, it's ridiculous. They literally came out and basically said, like, you people don't understand what this can do for you. Basically, like, in their own simple way of being nice. And I mean, hey, you're stupid. You have no idea what you're talking about. This is the way of the future. And I'm never supporting another Ubisoft game ever again. I don't care how chap it is. I don't care how much I want. I'm not touching it.
Well, it's kind of like Blizzard. For the longest time, people were like,
Blizzard doesn't call their customer base stupid.
No, but they mistreated their female employees and just turned a blind eye to it. Or at least some people basically some people in the company were really badly mistreating the female employees, which that's a big no-no. That's a huge no-no right there. You do not do that. For any employee, you just don't do that.
Because it came out that Bobby knew about that stuff.
Well, and that's the bad thing is like,
and Bobby himself came out and eventually admitted it too.
Yeah.
And said yes, he knew what was going on.
And that's the thing.
Why he said. That's why he shelled out so much money to keep him quiet. He came out and said he knew what was going on. He said when the workers, he said I done knew this stuff.
Yeah, and that's bad when you're like I knew it. It's like
that's Bobby, not the company.
That's
just on Bobby that take the management.
It's not just him though. It's other people in the company doing it, and the fact that he's someone who's in charge and fairly high up, and
still boggles me about that whole thing is that the fact that he said that in a board of directors meeting, and then the whole board still had to go to let him say that we still trusted to do the right thing. I mean, like, he's like, I don't know his brain. Like, is this dude Lex Luthor in real life?
I mean, probably.
Like, okay, like this reminds me of an episode of it was either Justice League Unlimited, when the question goes to Lex Luthor, and the next thing you know,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
the
That was
question tells him he's gotta kill him.
that
And
was
he said,
Unlimited. That was Justice League Unlimited.
that was Unlimited, yeah. And he says, no, he goes, I have to kill you so Superman can't to protect the government and to keep you from becoming president. He goes, president? And he's like, you know how much power I have to give up just to be president? That's Bobby Kotick. He's Lex Luthor.
Well, the reason was because there's like an alternate universe that they came across.
The Justice League, yeah, I remember all
Yeah.
that.
And it was where Luthor was president, and Superman ended up killing him because he did something.
Yeah,
and
because Luthor told him that no matter how hard he tried, that Lex Luthor knew Superman needed him because to pump up the ego to be the hero and stuff. Yeah, I actually remember all that.
well, it was more of the idea like Superman was like, you know,
He didn't want to be a hero no more.
well, it's you can you know, yeah, you can like arrest me, but I'm still gonna, you know, come back.
Exactly.
I'm still gonna,
No matter how long, and next thing you know, he just zaps him.
like, no matter how many times they lock me up, I'm still gonna come back. And so it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yep, you're dead. So, but it's because
Pretty much.
it was because essentially he had killed the Flash.
Yeah, that's basically what started the whole Justice Lords.
Yeah, and so
Because even their Batman told him the last thing they want to do is lose another. He couldn't finish the sentence, which made Bruce pick up that everything that happened in that world was all because they lost their Flash.
yeah, which makes sense.
And it's also kind of weird that like it's really him that in the beginning. He's the core of it all. He's the but then when you get to Justice League Unlimited, Batman tells Green Arrow that he's the one that's going to keep them in line. And next thing you know, he goes, how? And then they come up to the, when Cadmus captures the question, and then they also replicate Power Girl off Supergirl, and next thing you know, like Superman wants to go after him, and then Arrow looks at me and he said, I don't know about you guys, but you guys freak me out. I'm the only guy up here with no powers. And he said, who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna defend those people from you guys? Me? I just got a bow and arrow. He said, that's not gonna do much.
Well, to be fair,
Makes you think that you know, also makes you think like Superman almost did go down that path after what Cadmus did to the question. He almost went down the Justice Lord path. But it was Arrow that literally said that the Justice League did need to be monitored. And it also made me think, maybe Batman's right to not trust nobody.
well, Batman knows that all it would take is like one, like really bad event to spark something that could potentially cause him to all turn. And he knows that.
And then I can't help me out here. I can't remember this one. When the Flash had to, I think it was Unlimited. I can't be 100% sure. But when Lex Luthor and Brainiac merged as one.
Yeah, that was.
And basically it came down to Flash having to tap into the full force of the Speed Force in order just to break through the armor of Lex and Brainiac. And then in the end, he had to kill Brainiac. And then next thing you know, everyone just watches him basically like evaporate.
I believe that was the same. That was Unlimited too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I can tell because if I watch it, I can just look at Hawkgirl. If she doesn't have the helmet, that's Unlimited. If she has the helmet, that's just plain Justice League. I've always been able to tell just by looking at Hawkgirl. I probably have to find it, but I watched that, and next thing you know, it's like you see Superman. He's like, I was mistaken. And then you see Luthor. He's like, I was mistaken earlier. I believe this is the part where you kill me. It's like Lex Luthor is not known for his mistakes, and he's made like 3 or 4 of them in this episode, and he's thinking, And next thing you know, you see Diana try to run. And next thing you know, you see Bruce is like, nope, this is his choice. And next thing you know, he has that guy. He's like, you do it. He said, I'm going to break my one rule. Which would actually be pretty.
They ended up getting him back anyway. Cause like he disappeared because of how fast he ran. Okay, that literally made no sense because he can.
Well, that's only because it's only because in a way, like some people can go to that point, but then it's like it's not their time, so that it will push that person. So does get sent back. It's like this is not your time to go.
Okay, so
just basically like Wally, it wasn't his time to go yet. He still had more to do.
Well, it's only because they actually intervened and pulled him back. But the reason that makes no sense is because Flash literally has a move called Infinite Mass Punch. Now, in order for him to do that, he has to run either at or extremely near the speed of light.
Yeah, and that's basically the full force of Speed Force, and
but this is something he can normally do. So that whole feat
in the Flash show on CBW, I believe it is. It's also on Netflix. There's a moment when this unbelievably huge tidal wave will actually destroy all of Central City, and is it Central City or Starlight City? Which one is it?
Central City, I believe. Flash.
Green Arrow is in one and Flash is in the other. I can't remember which one goes to which.
Pretty sure it's Central City.
Central. So basically, this tidal wave will basically destroy everything. So basically, he basically calls up his team and he says, "How fast do I need to go to put up a barrier?" And they basically look and they say, and one basically says, "You're going to have to go faster than the speed of light and sound at the same time, and that's next to impossible." And next thing you know, he says he has to try, and then next thing you know, boom, he sends him straight into the past.
Well, yeah, because another thing he can do is he can time travel by running fast enough to travel in time. So
this was a prime example of that because what a movie! You ever watched that one?
The Flashpoint movie.
Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, which again, that's why that whole scene from Justice League Unlimited made no sense, is because that's literally something that he can actually do. Like, that should not have affected him like that, but they had to.
Well, the thing is that he
make some kind of plot point
too.
That makes no difference, because as part of what his powers are, because the Speed Force is he literally is fast at everything. Like, his body is fast at everything. So healing, he can heal fast because of the Speed Force. He can think super fast because of the Speed Force. So Superman can also think really fast too.
Because and the CB, I think it's the CBW. I could be very, very wrong.
The CW.
And the show, there's also the time he is to fight the Royal Flush King, which that didn't make much sense in a way, because one of them was able to read minds and stuff.
Oh, that was Ace. And Ace can read minds. Oh, hello. I don't pay attention to what I'm doing here.
It was not Ace this time. It was someone new. Because after the way they wrote her off in Unlimited, it made perfect sense to not bring her back. There was something truly wrong with Ace, and there's just no way they could mess with her monologue of a character. I can't remember. I'll have to try to find it. It's in one of my save videos. I'll have to find it and send it to you. But he basically looks at her and he says that this time he's going to take them all down, and he simply tells this girl, read my mind and figure out how I'm going to start this attack. And next thing you know, he tricks her somehow, and he makes one of them use heat vision to zap the other person, and it's almost drives the person to a cinder. And I'm like, Flash, you're not the killer here.
Well, the whole thing with Ace and how they did that was really effective, and
it was dark.
Yeah,
Especially
it
when
got dark.
Batman brought her out, and you seen the pure depression. It's like, oh my god!
So
For a kid show, this was brutal.
but here's the thing, Cody. You have to understand is that this combined essentially what it took Batman the Animated Series, and it took The Adventures of Superman, the two DC animated cartoons, and it combined them. So you had some like kind of brighter moments to it, but like overall, it still had a lot of dark.
There was also the Son of Superman episode.
Cody, that's what I'm talking about, Cody. That's what I'm talking about. Is you saw like some of the brighter tone of Superman, but this also had the elements of Batman the Animated Series, which that was a dark cartoon. Like that was literally a really dark cartoon, and that had really dark moments to it.
That's what it was. That's the whole point of it. It wasn't meant for the. It wasn't meant for this. For the easily offendable, kind of like Punisher.
Oh, it was designed to basically bring to life like what is Batman, which has changed over the years.
Anyone can be Batman with the if you can think you can do because like in a way like Batman has also inspired people too. Like you see people like if you like go through like all his quotes. In his quotes, it basically does like help you in like everyday life if you actually find the right one for the right circumstance. Like there's actually a channel that does like fan film stuff. And it was so good of a Batman short film, fan film. Basically like the whole premise of this, there's like 3 cops that are missing. They've been missing for like, I think about a month, if I remember from this video, right? And Gordon couldn't attend, but Gordon had Harvey meet Batman. And basically like Joker, he basically calls her and he tells Batman that Joker knows where they are. So he sends him to Arkham to get the information. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little spoiler. Batman done knew where these cops were for the whole time, but by the time he got there, they were already gone. They were deceased.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the Joker we're talking about, so yeah, it doesn't surprise me there.
But he never told Gordon. He never told Harvey. He never told nobody. He kept it all to himself. He kept all this information. But he also done something even darker and twisted that's even for his. He made it look like Joker was dying of cancer. He physically made Joker believe he was dying from cancer. And he told him in the end, because after like Joker kept pushing and prodding and telling him how he wanted him to be the one to kill him instead of cancer. And then he started breaking it down and started telling him everything he wanted to know that he already knew. He just looked at him. He said, and Batman just looks at him. He says, "You want to know something funny, Joker?" He goes, "What?" He said, "You were never dying." He said, "I fooled everything. I made it look like you was drinking something. I made everything." And next thing you know, he tells Harvey right where to find the cops, and there they were. And then he goes to the scene. He tells them that it's just a shame that Joker didn't crack. And the next thing you know, he tells them, "I knew they was here, but it was too late." And he goes, "Why didn't you?" He said, "Hope is the worst thing to ever come out of Pandora's box." He said, "It wasn't the curses, it wasn't the diseases." He said, "The worst thing to ever come out of it was hope." He said, "But without that," he said, "now the people can grieve and they can fully heal the right way."
The only problem with that saying is hope never came out of the box. It was everything else that came out of the box, but it was closed so hope could stay inside.
No, but in the end, he said, and Harvey looked at me, he said, "What about you?" He said, "I didn't come from Pandora's box or hope." He said, "I came from the abyss." And the next thing you know, it cuts to him just looking over at the city, and he says a voiceover, and he says, "I wonder if I could truly wake up one day and not be the monster that I really am." He said, "Well, I wonder if there'll be the day I no longer need to be the Batman." And it is so bone-chilling when he says that. But the fact he made Joker, he wrote everything out like Joker was dying of cancer.
That seems kind of like I'm not a character for Batman. Like he'll go in and beat someone
He
up,
never
but
has
he'll
done like okay.
he'll not like make
Anytime he
someone
targeted
think he's
Poison Ivy,
dying,
like
dying basically. Like
no,
he will
physically made it
threaten.
look like it.
He will threaten. Like, but he's not gonna
No.
make you think you're dying. Basically, he'll make you think that he
I
will
have to
kill
make
you,
you
but
see
he's never
this.
going to.
You have to watch this.
Yeah.
It was probably a good 25-minute video, and it was really worth it.
It just it sounds like they took a lot of liberties with Batman's character, honestly, which I don't know if I'm all that crazy
It's
about.
like a fan film.
Well, even being a fan film, I mean, you still want to kind of stay relatively true to the source material. Because I said Batman, he will make you scared of him, but he's not going to do something like that. Like that sounds more akin to something like Scarecrow even. Like Scarecrow will make you like think that you are in grave danger and dying, or you know, he'll make you think you're facing what you fear the most to in a way paralyze you. But Batman is more, I'm going to make you fear me and make you think I'm going to do something to you, but it's not actually going to happen.
Unless it's Thomas Wayne version of Batman.
Oh, well, that's an alternate universe version of Batman, though. If you go in like main Batman.
Here we got like. Oh, here it is. Batman dying is easy.
Boom.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When you actually see the Arkham Asylum part, when he goes to Arkham, it is weird of how realistic these guys actually did it. Like, there's like one of like the person who done Harley to the one who does Poison Ivy to the one who does Zaz. It's so weird of how like realistic they made this look. Like you just know, like I could almost guarantee this was like a group of teenagers. And yet, in a way, they made it look like they was really inside a real insane asylum. I was blown away by how realistic they made these characters look.
Oh, there's like some serious talent when it comes to doing these fan films. Like honestly,
I've seen it, and it looks interesting.
And other times it might just be, like some film students basically doing like a project, or not even that, just a bunch of people with like. Who got a hold of some decent equipment, and they're like, all right, we're putting this together. Yeah. And they can do some really cool stuff with it. Well, it's even better to me get someone who can actually get like big name. So like the whole Uncharted thing, how that thing you sent me
please
about like Brendan Fraser.
About the good one, right?
So okay, first off, Brendan Fraser, like how he looks, that picture, that's like a young Brendan Fraser. He does not look like that now.
Like he still looks almost like a young Nathan Drake in a way.
Yeah.
But that the whole process saying he could have played a young son. Like, he looks like this is more of a young Drake actually.
I mean, honestly, what people really should have gotten, and I said I'm still not convinced that Tom Holland is going to be a good
I'm
pick
not
for
going
that.
to the movie theater. I'm going to lose $20. So I'm going to buy the movie. I'm going to buy the DVD. I'm going to lose $20, but I want to see how bad it is.
I mean, at least you're not going to the theater and doing that.
Well, I don't really go on social anyway. Like, when it comes down to it, like, I'm not a people person. I really ain't. Like, most people find that hard to believe, but I'm not a people person. I don't go out. I don't hang out with people. I love my solitude. Like when the whole lockdown started, people in my town went mad. They went like bat crazy. Everybody, it's like when the whole world started going, I just kicked back and I was sitting there just whistling a happy tune, and I was like, and people sitting there like, how are you fine? I'm like, I treated for this day. I live for this day. I was like, I dig a hole and I don't pop my head up unless I have to. I'm not Diglett from fucking my. I'm gone. That's all I am. I'm like a Diglett.
Yeah.
Now I'm gone.
At the same time, you still need some human interaction. Like you may not want a whole lot of interaction, but you need some.
It's like a real social interaction with people. Was at Christmas.
But I mean,
I've not had that since, dude.
I've
not been out.
You're not truly by yourself though, because I mean, honestly, like okay, you live with right now with your mom, right? So it's like you're still with
Yeah.
her. So it's like you still have some human contact. Like if you're in a
Being
situation where you have
friends
no
stuff,
contact.
I've done that since Christmas. It don't bother me in the slightest. I've always been like that. I've just always, even my doctor, he saw it in my medical files, and he thought it was a mistake in my reading behavior. So he put me through the whole bunch of the tests, and everything came up, and he looked at me and he goes, "How are you this happy being this outside?" I said, "I just am." And then as over the course of years, as I got older, then you start seeing how much stupider people get. Like the Showtime, everything gonna be all white. I know what you're about to say. And yes, this was a show about racial dividing. And it's so bad that it's either got a half a star or 1 star, and everyone goes, "This is the worst thing ever." And then the people who actually try to produce it, not even their critics would touch it. That's
Oh,
how bad it was.
that's crazy.
And they actually dropped the first video, and guess what? 369 likes, 22,000 views, and over 5 to 6 to
Let's see.
7K dislikes. And then there's even people that reacted to it that were African American colored, and everyone in one of, I promise you, in one of the reaction trailer titles, one said this literally makes me hate being black. That's how bad it is that person actually put that in their little YouTube video. And I thought, wow, this is pathetic. And I thought we had idiots in DC. This is a whole new low of stupidity.
Well, you do, but I mean,
And I always pointed at the stuff like that, and I said, this is why I like being isolated, because I keep what little brain cells I got.
well, you have to admit, there is definitely a lot of stupid out there, especially if you watch videos of what people do. You're like, how are people this like?
Oh, you have no idea.
I get being like young and just not knowing stuff, but you get like older people who should know stuff and they don't.
I always excuse the young. I always excuse the young. I always do that because that doesn't bother me. You're young, you gotta be stupid.
Like, there's a TikTok of like someone go around asking about, and like someone who's fairly young, not old, someone who's fairly young, going around asking people on the street, like, what's the Holocaust? Like the whole thing with like World War II and Germany.
I actually saw something that I actually saw an educational ad on YouTube, and it actually started into a debate. Like some people actually did wonder if the Holocaust was a real thing.
Oh, that's always been a debate, and you always get people are so ignorant.
So this is not the first time I ever got that, and then next thing you know, at the end it said that this Holocaust has to be and it said at the DC that this whole thing was to be debated when they share both sides of that story, and I'm like, if I gotta tag this as inappropriate, I'd slap this with the biggest inappropriate tag I could.
Let's see here. Okay.
I put your shards in the sapling chest.
Okay.
In case you want to make your little spyglass.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, I didn't know which chest you wanted it in, so that's what I did.
That's fine. That's fine. I was just joking. It was like, makes perfect sense.
Don't worry, I grabbed your granite as well and I threw it in his chest.
It's like, oh yes, the sapling chest. Why not? Where I go every time to look for amethyst.
So somehow or another, as higher up as I have my my setting of my my greenhouse here, I actually have animals and people getting inside it somehow still. 'Cause this actually used to come out, all this right back here used to come out to it. I shaped a lot of this dirt back.
What's that? We got a bunch of sticks, so we got that. Cool. And... Oh, dang it. Wait, did you pick up all my stuff I just got?
I
Sarah?
have 2 sticks, I got an apple, and I got a sapling, and I got a little bit of fencing that you threw down. What do you need?
Give me the sticks, please. Thank you.
What else you want?
Picking up my stuff? How dare you? I oughta
Well, I
just...
figured your inventory was full, so I was just collecting it, so let this despawn.
It was fun.
So I've actually had an interesting thought.
It's not gonna despawn unless like we just happen to leave the area and then it'll go away. But it'll stay there for quite a while.
I've actually had stuff be right there and despawn it immediately. But I've actually had an interesting
I've never had
thought.
it despawn immediately. Like never, ever.
I have plenty of times.
Yeah, never.
So I've actually had an interesting theory. Should we try a Minecraft hardcore challenge?
I mean, we could.
I don't know where you go to enable that.
You have to create it. Like, so when you go into like your world settings, you create a world and you change the difficulty on it.
Oh, okay. Cause so like in Ark you can do like a hardcore challenge, and in Ark it's always I survived 100 days in Ark and hardcore, and the way you do it, you have to set up your world, but after you get into Ark you have to go into you hit pause, go into the options, and then you have to go down and hit hardcore.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh,
Which has never made sense to me.
Never.
Because like it should be like, oh, okay, if I'm gonna do this hardcore challenge, I should do it like here to begin the main menu. Give me a quick 2 seconds. I gotta run to the bathroom.
Okay. Run. Hurry. Before it's too late. Make some stone pickaxes here. Throw my iron in the thing. There we go. Fill that up. Fill that up. Ooh, fill that up. Don't do that. Do that. There we go. I hate when I put stuff in the furnace and be like, no, what's it doing? Okay, here we go. Welcome back, Cody. I can hear you coming back already. Welcome back.
It'll take me about 2 seconds to pee.
Thanks for the play-by-play. I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone want to know exactly how long it takes you to pee. It's like, Cody, how long does it take you to pee? 2 seconds. Good to know.
Oh, I got the record.
So
before my
he
internet
pees faster
really
than the Flash.
So this children is the time I almost got a PS5, and this was actually the closest I ever got to get a PS5. So a friend of mine was over at Flea Market, and
Flea Market.
She FaceTimed me, and she says, "Hey, got a woman here who has a PS5." And I thought, okay. So she flips around, I see it, and it's actually just working fine, but something in the back of my head said, do not take this deal. And I thought, so I said, how much does she want for it? I was going to ignore the voice in my head, but I wanted to advertise this woman she was pitching herself. And she said she wanted $1,000.
No.
Oh, it gets better. It gets much better.
That's a scalping price right there.
I told her, I said, no, I don't want it. I said, just let it go. Well, about 15, 20 minutes later, friend calls me back. I said, what's going on? She says, enjoy the show. And she flips her phone around. and I watched two couples arrest that woman, and the next thing you know, it turns out that PS5 was stolen.
Yeah, not surprised. Like this has been like the weirdest. Like
from
so
somebody's
many
house.
people just
It was
doing this.
From somebody's house.
But here's the thing: this is like the weird. Like no other game system has ever had this like happen that I know of, where they've just like been so many people trying to take advantage of people trying to find one.
PS4's had it for a short time, but it was super short.
But
It was like after they first launched, but like it took no time to Sony had them, those numbers up and going.
well, yeah, but like I said, it's not been to like this level. Like years later, no one can find one.
That's what I'm saying, but like, that's what I'm
Or a
saying.
good year later.
It's like when the
I think it was 1
PS4
year,
just
wasn't it?
first started, it was just like they was just sporadic, but like in no time they would have them up and going. That's what I'm saying, because like look at their solo numbers. So Steam's is still the Steam Deck has actually dropped. So I actually am going to get one, but I'm going to wait till about the second or third iteration, and then I'm going to drop about $600.
The Steam Switch.
Only thing I really want on the Steam Deck is just I want a better storage plan. That's all I really want. Like the biggest storage plan was 64 gigabyte. That was it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's not even half not good enough. I'm like, you gotta throw some terabytes in these suckers. Then again, it's Valve, so I'm not shocked.
Well, it's kind of hard when it's that small. It's a handheld device. You're not going to get like a terabyte out of it.
It's also a laptop and a gaming console put in one.
Yeah, but not to like not to the level of like an actual gaming laptop though. That's the thing. Is it's like the Switch. The Switch can only do so much. 'Cause it's like a handheld gaming system that you can dock to play on a TV.
It works better than the Wii U.
Not really. I mean, I have a Wii U, and I actually enjoy it. In fact, I think the Wii U has one advantage to the Switch, and that is no Joy-Con drift, because the joysticks on the Wii U don't drift. I mean, the N64 had that.
When the Steam Deck actually started getting hot news in the hot news department in the gaming world, Valve came out and boldly said that we're confident our Steam Decks will never have a single drift issue. I was like, whoa, Valve, you're gonna have to show us some money. I was like, you better be putting this thing into some play testing right now.
I mean, really, it's not gonna be that big of a deal because all you have to do is just build it right.
You never have drift. You best be testing that sucker every day.
Well, here's the thing: it shouldn't be that hard, and even like previous Nintendo systems, and I'll say this before, so many times, and I'll say it again: previous Nintendo systems, the exception of the N64, they didn't have to worry about the drift. They didn't have to worry about that.
Except the N64 or pardon the N64? I didn't catch that last part. The N64.
I said except the N64. Now N64, when the controllers first came out.
If you accept it or if you pardoned it.
Oh no, the N64, you had like the issue where like eventually what would happen is the joystick, not like the C button part of it, but like the main joystick for movement would actually eventually would get loose, so you'd be pushing like all the way over, and when the character's supposed to be running, they're sitting there walking. So yeah, so Nintendo had this issue before, but then with the GameCube and the Wii U, and even the Wii, they didn't have any issue there.
Oh, Nintendo Direct. So Nintendo Switch Sports, which is basically a copy of Nintendo Wii Sports, is coming to the Switch.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it actually is, and people are making moves out of it. I think it's gonna have like it's gonna have tennis and bowling. I can't remember what else. I just remember tennis and bowling. Mario Kart 8 is going to have 48 new courses through paid DLC. So Nintendo's still milking Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah, they will. They've been milking it for longer than you know.
The production of Mario Kart 9, but they said it was gonna come with a twist. I have no idea what they're gonna add to make a twist out of this.
Cody, do you understand exactly how long they've been milking Mario Kart 8? In fact, they haven't come out. 8's been out since the Wii U. In fact, the 8 is actually on the Wii, on the Wii U, has a lot of the same courses, but then like the one on the Switch is just like an upgraded version of it. So it's still Mario Kart 8.
48 new courses comes through on paid DLC. I know this stuff.
But yet, that's the thing is like they've been milking it since the Wii U. They're gonna keep milking it. But to be fair,
but they said the production of Mario Kart 9, but they said it's when it comes, it's gonna have a twist. I'm like, how can you put a twist on Mario Kart? It's the same stuff, just upgraded graphics. It's like if you want to make a twist, bring back Mario Kart Double Dash. That's like the only good one, in my opinion.
I mean, Mario Kart's Mario Kart basically, but they're not going to bring back any previous ones unless it's for like the
drive partner, and you can mix like one of my favorite combinations that I did that made me laugh so hard. I did Bowser and.
But no, so honestly, Cody, they're not going to like bring that back unless they come out with like the system for it, basically. So that's
it's a GameCube.
Oh yeah, but they don't have a GameCube option on the Switch. Right now, they only have N64, and they don't even have like the Game Boy or Game Boy Color, which they should have.
That's what I'm saying. They also got the NES download as well.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. I have that. But they need to bring like the Game Boy and Game Boy Color onto it. See, here's the thing: is I'm not going to get the. I call it, a couple minutes, probably. Yeah, pretty soon here. But so
it's been a while since we last talked, anyway.
I'm digging Stairway deep, going deep down.
Go ahead. So what other movies are you excited for? Because I'm only excited for one movie this year.
Well, let me finish what I was saying here. But before you start trying to change the topic on me, Cody.
At least now you can stay on topic with me.
I'm gonna try to stay on topic here. I'm trying to finish my thoughts. But yeah, that's the reason I haven't got Cody. Back up, Cody. Back up. Calm down. Anyway.
I got to back up. I was forward.
But yes, I mean, the reason I've not gotten the expanded online yet for Nintendo is for the whole reason of to me, it's just not worth it. I mean, now mind you, they did make the, just like the Animal Crossing DLC they have now, the Happy Homes, where along with the new Mario Kart tracks, are all going to be included with the extended online, so you don't have to buy them. You can just, get that and it's included. But here's the thing, is it better to pay like $25 once, like US, or to pay like an extra $30 every month? And honestly, I'd rather just pay, that once for DLC than have to keep paying every month to use it. And to be honest, well, for a year, that's what I'm saying, like pay extra $30 a year, but it's like, even so, I'm like, you're still going to keep paying that for as long as you keep using it. And I'm like, you know what, it's fine. But yeah, not a month, but a year. It's like, which you're absolutely right about that, and that's not a mistake, but it's like, honestly, it's not worth it just yet, especially since they don't have.
This is me. It's like, to me, I see potential. It's like, once they actually start rolling out more than one game a month, once they start rolling out, I could probably pick up a classic that I never even touched in my childhood. I can enjoy that. Cause like, I think a lot of, again, like my gaming career, I've played a lot. I was like, there's very few franchises I've touched.
Yeah.
I've never touched Metroid. I never touched God of War. I've never touched Fable.
Yes.
I've never touched. What's another big one I've never touched? I never touched Banjo-Kazooie. And they just dropped it, and I tried it out. That's interesting, actually.
Found stuff, found the cavern, good, okay.
What's another big one I didn't touch? like I said, there's very few I've never really touched. BioShock was one I never touched. Like, if you name it, I've probably touched it or I've not touched it.
Ooh,
And there's like a lot that I really didn't touch.
found redstone.
Yeah.
What's a nice open cavern. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's starting to become more worth it now with the more DLC available. And if they do more DLC for their games, like do like DLC for Breath of the Wild or Breath of the Wild 2 when 2 comes out.
You know, some major cosmetics for that one, easy. I'm gonna keep you. I'll keep you up to because that's what I'm curious about. I want to see what DLC they drop for that. Like that's gonna be funny.
But if they come out with a whole lot of DLC for games people are playing, then yeah, I'd say it's becoming more worth it to do so. But
yeah, as long as they do it good. Like, see, to me, like, see, like this goes back to like the whole the Ubisoft Quartz thing. Like the whole thing is like you own an NFT. It's like, well, like you have like. Well, like, when it comes to, like, monetization, like, we've had loot crates, we've had season passes, we've had battle passes. For you Call of Duty fans out there, there's your battle pass reference. Because it's probably going to stay around or probably get deleted. Well, EA came up with its loot boxes, which landed them slap in the middle of, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. One too many to count lawsuits for gambling. Because that's what it really came down to. But when it came down to that monetization, paid DLC was actually the right call, but as long as your DLC was priced right, and Nintendo, like, for all their stuff, when I bought Breath of the Wild, I paid $20 for the season pass, and I got everything, and to me that season pass was worth the $20.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed the Master Trial of the Sword. I enjoyed the extra cosmetics. I enjoyed the extra, like, go around and find the extra cosmetic items. Like there's like a little Nintendo Switch shirt you can find in Breath of the Wild, and you put it on it, and he says, and it's like, I'm playing Nintendo Switch, and it's just goofy. There's also the Majora's Mask. It actually adds a benefit to your game. If you wear it, it actually increases your stealth.
I mean, there's some kind of benefit, then that's kind of cool.
That's what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. That whole season pass I paid for $20 was worth it because there's always something good. And I've still not through all the extra like cosmetics in the game. I've still yet to find the fairy clothes. I've yet to find the dark armor. I've yet to find all that stuff.
Sometimes that stuff can be worth it.
That's what I'm saying. When you monetize it correctly, it will be worth it. And that's just something this gamers have come to know ever since the whole monetization of paid DLC dropped all the way back in like 2010, 2011. We've just come accustomed to it. Like, at first it was rough. But we adjusted to this is the way we knew. Like the moment we saw it was that instant DLC. What's it going to be? That's the whole point. Like you just like World of Warcraft. It can show a beautiful cinematic. What's the DLCs to it? Well, you could drop like a Halo. What's all the DLC you want to make to it? And everyone knows what that's the mindset. We've grown accustomed to it. So to me, why change it? It's not broken.
Is it?
Like if you think it's broken, you're down. To me,
not necessarily.
Fine as long as it's charged right.
It's not so much that it's charged right. It's what is it offering? That's the biggest thing. Is like, is it worth? It's like, is it worth the price? Is it worth doing? And if it isn't, fantastic. If not, like Sony does a really good job with the whole PS Plus. And they're now
so much.
They're now like looking at doing like what Xbox does with the Xbox Game Pass thing.
So I actually been watching that, and I actually am planning to support that 120% because like one of the options I saw, it could be we could finally have fully backwards capability, which means, and I think in the video that I watched, it said we could go back to PS3, PS2, even PS1 games we could play in our systems. since that if that happens rightly, I'm switching old baby out and I'm gonna get me a new one.
I mean, honestly,
I will make,
if
if
they
I have to
give me
customize it from Sony themselves, I will drop it.
they give me
I
full
will drop
backwards
that big money.
compatibility, I'll be happy. Because I've got so many PS2, PS1, PS3 games.
I too.
And mind you,
That's the thing.
I have the systems to play them though, so I can play them
Yeah.
on what I have.
But
It's
I
just it'd be
don't. That's the
nice.
sad part for me. But see, another thing that Xbox has done their backwards capabilities for as long as like Xbox One. You can play Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, the original 360 before the Ultimate Edition, which had all of them together, and all that DLC. They had it where you could play it, throw it right into the system. There you go, play it, have at it. If you want to play Red Dead Redemption 1, throw it in there, play your heart content. So Microsoft knew what they were doing with their backwards capability.
Well, even their backwards capability.
But at the same time, Sony also knew what they were doing. I think they were waiting to see that we want to do more.
Yeah, Cody,
we want to give more.
breathe for a moment, Cody, because even Xbox's backwards capability is still limited because basically, like if a game's usually if a game is on both systems, that you can't do backwards capability with it, or they choose not to because they want you to play the newer one. But I mean, even so, the fact that they offer it is still very nice.
Yeah.
And even when PS5 came out, is all this rumor that backwards capability was gonna be a thing, like it's gonna be backwards capable.
Me on it.
But here's the thing: is like it never was, and Sony's put so much and they got slammed for this too. It's like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be. We want people to focus on modern gaming, and like, look, people want to be able to play these other games too. Like, give them these other games to play. So
I do remember all that perfectly because I do remember all that. Yeah, I do remember all that because like the backward capability is what sold me on it. Because that was the only reason I wanted a PS5 because they said we could finally go all the way back to like PS1 era games, just throw them at the system. I thought, man, that's true. I was like, then it made me think. I'm like, well, why would I want to do that? I was like, I probably don't even have half the disc for my games no more. So I was like, oh, that's a bummer. But then I was like, maybe maybe if Sony were to give us like a Game Pass, but like this time it's like. Because to me, I also had a father, and I actually want to pitch this to you. Like, say you could, okay, so like, we're never going to see that PS1, PS2, PS3 games ever again. Say Sony were to give us like a Game Pass, and they open up their entire library, everything from all of them there, all generations. However, you have free downloads to PS1s, PS2s and PS3s, but you only monetize your PS4s and PS5s because they're still being production. Whereas PS3s, 2s, and 1s, you shouldn't need to monetize them because why? Because they're never going to be remade.
Hey Cody,
those consoles have passed.
I found a massive cavern that had torches in it. Like I dug down and found this, and I haven't found any other opening to this place, and it had torches in areas that I don't think either one of us had been.
Describe the layout.
Okay, that's gonna be really confusing to describe the layout, Cody. You just gotta follow the stairs down in the pit that I went down into and kind of dug a whole area. Unless somebody you've been down here, but. I'm like, why are there torches down there already?
Could have been.
I'm at like negative 27 for depth here.
Okay.
And I'm finding areas like torches. I'm like, who's been down here putting torches?
Okay, I'm at negative 28. 26. Oh, there's your name tag. Stop moving. Stop moving.
Ooh, gold.
Don't move. I see your tag, so I'm gonna have to work my way to you. Actually, just don't move. I'm going to turn creative mode on so I can make my way to you real quick.
You don't have to turn creative mode on. You just gotta follow the way down.
Assistant froze.
Oh god. All right, hold on. I'm gonna exit out then.
Hang on.
Save and quit.
No, I'm.
I'm gonna save and quit anyway.
I said it's just taking a seg. That's what I'm saying. The tag in LB is broken. She's just old. You gotta give the girl some time.
Anyway, but yeah, that's
I'm making my way there.
that'll be exciting if with the if they do implement this, they do set it up.
Yeah,
You
the Game
do
Pass
get
will be
access to all these games. And mind you, I have PS1 through PS4, PS1, 2, 3, and 4 games, and I have a PS2, I have a PS3, and a PS4. My PS3 can and
PS2, but it wouldn't work on my TV. It had to have I had to connect a splitter to it.
Your PS2 should still work on most TVs nowadays. You still have like the 3-prong plug-in.
I had to hook the whole splitter to it and everything.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to, but either way. But either case, like I basically like I have ways of playing all these games. Like I have original Xbox too. But yeah, it's like I would, it'd be nice if I get a PS5 or get a newer system that can play all these games and not worry about it. Although my PS3 will only play PS1, but I could actually get an older one, the larger size, and it will play both the PS1 and PS2 games. But yeah,
I could never get my sisters to do that. That's sad to me too. That was one of the main reasons I got that, was just so I could do that. And every time I do it, I could never figure out how to do it.
You just put the disc in, really. That's all you do. You don't have to do anything.
It said that this disc is not recognized.
You probably might have had damaged discs. Might have had some like.
No, they were clean discs. They were perfectly fine discs.
Because it should still. It should no matter what. The only way is if it was a game that was on both, and then it's not going to, because they only want you to play the newer version.
It was like a regular PS1 game.
PS1?
It wouldn't not registered.
Yeah, mine I just put it in and it picks it up. So I don't know why yours didn't, but hey, oh well.
I usually call mine. I usually just say I actually had people tell me that I've had to have like a certain software and stuff. I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna end things here because we gotta end and wrap up, and I'm going to probably head upstairs soon and get ready for bed and head off to bed here. So, but anyway, appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you so much. Be sure to check out all the other videos, including a video from yesterday where we kind of go over first look at a game that just came out yesterday that I've been looking forward to, called Infernax.
You put on the Twitter.
What?
That's how you put a tweet out about a new game that you said Steam was having trouble getting a hold of or selling.
Well, Steam had issue with it, but it was solved eventually yesterday. But it's called Infernax, which is a really cool game. Check out the video, everyone, if you want to check out the game's about. Do like a first look. I was really impressed by it, and I do plan on playing it and doing some videos on that game. So hopefully you like it. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, stay awesome, and we'll see you then.
In the next shenanigan. Whee!